Hiya, patrons. This is the Twilight Zone episode of Fix My Carcast. This is the one where I had to do it like a Twilight Zone episode. I'm about to record it right now because there's no second takes on this show. Thanks for being a patron. You don't get to see too much extra other than watching me do improv in my Rod Serling suit, which, to be completely honest, looks more like a Norm from Cheers suit on me. But, you know, an attempt was made. Anyway, it's time to record this sucker. If you care at all, visual component-wise, this is the host, and this is the character. There we go. Two totally different people. Now I just look like I'm ready to hand out Watchtower magazines. Anyway, let's start this show off right. There's something on the wing. And once again, I just be silent for a bit, and then I put in the theme song here. I'm going to look over here at these words that I have to say right now because, you know, only the first part isn't improvised, but then it's about to get real improvised. Let me get quiet again so I know this is where the theme song fades out. You're listening to Fix My Carcast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy. This is episode 49. We've got Keith Ebert's Serving Man later, but first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind the scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. I need a really good pitch for this. One for the angels. You can't legally be naked, so get some shirts. There, I did it. I'm great. No new donors this week. Where is everybody? The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $1,131. Also, when we get to $2,000, we unlock an automatic show gimmick, which is I will watch all the Fast and Furious movies back to back and then record my podcast at the end. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $3,000? Talk about an escape clause. Are you still digging the new theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Want me to add a passage for trumpet? Some sounds and silences? Throw in a little ring-a-ding, girl? $50? Make it happen. No new patrons this week. People are alike all over. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. Some donors have told me they struggle to think of a topic for me to cover on the show, so each episode I will give a topic suggestion. These are topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is the proper way to make a root beer float. I know, simple beverage. How do you mess that up? Well, people do. Throw some money at me and I will explain proper root beer float technique. Checking in on the best city in the world, based on which city listened to the last episode the most, and we've got another all-way tie. Literally just one listener in every city. Ties are broken by whichever city has listened to the most episodes, which means the best city in the world this week is, once again, Biddeford, Maine. Congratulations, Biddeford, Maine. Let it be known that your Dune Sea, Great Pit, and Cantina are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked shit about Elon Musk while sneaking in 50 movie titles. If you'd like to see video of that episode with a running title counter and posters for each movie mentioned, you can find that over on Patreon. If you'd like to hear me talk about some books I've been reading lately, you can hear that in a bonus episode also over on Patreon. Movies, books, we got it all on this show. By the way, I painstakingly went through every second of last week's episode, punching bits of every single sentence into IMDb to see if I said any movie titles by accident. And even after all the accidental titles that I found, I still missed two in the video up on Patreon. At one point I said I Am, which is the title of a 2010 documentary directed by Tom Shadyac. Shady Acres. And I also said The Man a couple of times, which, by the way, did not pop up during an IMDb search, even though I knew it was the title of a comedy starring Eugene Levy and Samuel L. Jackson. I second-guessed myself, and I thought I had misremembered the title, but I was right. Also, at one point, I said Noggin, and now I realize if I had said Head, that's the title of the Monkees movie. The odds are pretty good I said the word head at some point, but there's simply no way to know. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are 1. The Thin Man, 2. The Apartment, 3. 3 Days of the Condor, and 4. Invasion USA. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, December 15th at noon Eastern America time. All right, time for today's gimmick. In a unanimous vote, our winner is Do It Like a Twilight Zone episode. The other options, fold your laundry, wear lunch meat on your face, and record it in a Walmart, all go back in the Billy Vault for 6 weeks. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way, just in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, you're entering a dimension not only of topic and improv, but of cheap stunt. Also, there's a door, and you open that door with the key of desperation. There's a signpost up ahead. Next stop, the Gimmick Zone. Portrait of a lone podcaster, forced to break into this, one could say business, but business is not going very well. You see, Bear Claw Billy, every week, takes a topic suggestion and a gimmick and turns it into a show. A show that is not always entertaining, but it is full of heart. Even though Bear Claw Billy has few listeners, their show is #1 in the Gimmick Zone. All right, friends. Well, let's see what we have for our topic today. Of course, people have been sending in some great topics. I'm just absolutely thrilled at how great the show has gone and how much fun this has been. It's just been a real success. So let's look at this week's topic and get the show started. There's no topic. How can that be? I rebooted the show at episode 30. It was a brilliant idea, Bear Claw Billy. I said to myself, this is the key. This is the ticket. This is what'll make the show work. This is how you'll pay off your car repair debt, by just starting a podcast. And every week, people will pay you to talk about such delightful things like Batman movies and Elon Musk. But no. It was too good to be true. Of course. What were you thinking, Bear Claw Billy? You've had 19 episodes. And no one has dropped the ball. Someone has given you money. Someone has given their precious coin just to hear you talk about whatever you want. And the gimmicks. Oh, the gimmicks. So many gimmicks. And yet, the greatest gimmick of all. Do it like an episode of my favorite television program. And there's no topic. Why? There was gimmick now. There was gimmick now! Portrait of one mixed Bear Claw Billy, who found out that nobody downloads in the Twilight Zone. Fuck, in the Gimmick Zone. As always, Schmoke Chesterfields.